We're here at Carden Academy of Huntington Beach in Mrs. Metz's kindergarten class, and we're about to view a science lesson regarding the solar system. And Mrs. Metz, tell us a little bit about the philosophy when you teach a particular discipline like science or literature. How does that work?
When we were on S week, we take a different lowercase letter of the alphabet each week for the first 26 weeks of school. And S week we had sun and solar, and then we started building on the unit from there.
Okay, so in other words, what you do is that you'll take reading lessons and then you'll reinforce them with lessons in science.
Yes.
So that every lesson, every reading lesson is a lesson maybe in another subject, and
yes,
every other subject is also a reading lesson. So that's one of the aspects of how comprehension is really built in a young child. And of this, of course, being that 5 and 6 years of age.
And it's not just a reading, it's also comprehension, and it's also vocabulary building. So we're not just learning how to decode words or sound out words, but we're also learning how to understand the world around us by giving vocabulary such as solar and sun, the names of the planets.
And all you viewers out there, I want you to notice there's a particular digression. Oftentimes they'll go off and they'll do a full explanation of things and related subjects as we speak about a particular subject. So I'm going to turn this over to Mrs. Metz and the kindergarten class.
All right. Now I'm going to be asking some questions, and I want you to raise your hand, and I will call on you. Please do not shut out the answers, okay? That's not polite to the person that's answering. All right. What is the sun? Who can tell me what is the sun? The closest what? Kayla, what is the sun? The closest what? The sun is the sun, but what is the sun? It's not a planet, it's not a moon. Gabriel, what is the sun?
The closest star from planet Earth.
The closest star to planet Earth. That's why it looks so big. Now, what does the sun give us? Madison, what does it give us?
Heat and light.
Heat and light. Now, how many planets from the sun is planet Earth, the one that we live on? Luke?
1.
Okay, how many planets from the sun?
3rd.
The third planet from the sun, right over here. Okay, the third planet from the sun. What is another expression or another way to say the third planet from the sun? DJ? The third rock from the sun. Now, what is all this blue we see here on the planet? What does that tell us? Aiden?
Water.
Water. What is the brown-green stuff on that planet? Susan?
The land.
The land. And what is this white stuff that swirls around the planet? Ione?
The clouds.
The clouds. Now, we're the third planet from the sun. How many moons does our planet have? Faith?
1.
Just one. Now, we go around the sun, and the moon goes around the earth. Okay, now each planet has their own path. What do we call that path? It has a special name to it. Ellie, what do we call the path?
Orbit.
An orbit. Okay, now what would happen if each planet did not have their own orbit that goes around the sun? What would happen, Luke?
We would crash into each other's planet and it would break up.
That's right. So each planet has their own orbit, their own path around the sun. Does the sun move, or does the sun stay in the same place all the time? Maxwell?
Stays in one place all the time.
All the time. Now we are 1, 2, 3. We are the third planet from the sun. What would happen if we, animals, plants, human beings, what would happen if we were any closer to the sun? What would happen there, Reese? It will burn up. Be too hot for plants, animals, and people to live in. Okay, if we were any farther from the sun, what would happen to us?